Hello everyone, my name is Mindy Gower, and throughout this Google slide presentation and video, I'm going to break apart the case study Truman Elementary School for AEP 858 Module 15. So to start, I'm going to break apart Category 1, Problem Identification and Analysis. What do I know? Well, to begin, I'm going to start with just some demographic information about Truman Elementary School. Truman Elementary School is located in a suburban community. It holds grades K through 8 with a total of 700 students. Each grade level is separated into 3 separate teams, and grades 7 and 8 are divided into teams. The background makeup of the school includes 15% of students with free and reduced lunch. 5% of the students are ELL students, with a majority of that percentage being Spanish speaking. A big concern at Truman Elementary School is the reading achievement scores. The students are continuing to do worse in reading than they do in math. They lose ground moving through the school. They lose ground from grade to grade. The principal is fairly new. He is in his second year in this school, but he came from within the district. He has assessed the classrooms and the reading instruction that is going on in those classrooms, and he also asked a reading specialist to come do so as well. And the reading specialist, expressed that the concerns are true, the concerns are there. Reading instruction is not where it needs to be. The principal is aware of the State Department of Education that is granting the opportunity to implement a research-based reading program. What do I need to know? I would like to know more information on the teacher's perspective. What are they seeing in the classroom? They're with the students every single day. How are they feeling about the reading curriculum that they have now? Are they liking the basal readers? Are they using the basal readers to the best of their abilities? Things like that. In addition, I would like more specific assessment data. For example, I'd like a breakdown of what levels, for example, the students are scoring in, so that I can pair that with other types of assessment data to highlight and pinpoint the gaps. Is there a data analysis team that has already been breaking apart the data, and if so, what are they seeing? How does Truman Elementary School compare or align with the other elementary schools that are in this district? And what is our background in reading instruction and implementation of different reading programs? Identify the problem. The problem can be identified that at Truman Elementary School, we are lacking the use of a research-based reading curriculum. The data and concerns collected from parents and the reading specialist is enough information for us to formulate a plan of implementation. Moving on to Category 2, this is my proposed plan of action with appropriate strategies for implementation. First, my steps to resolving the problem at hand include collecting and analyzing reading data across multiple sources. So what I mean by this is I'm going to work closely with my reading specialist to kind of figure out the root causes of the undesirable results. What is our actual problem here? Is there more than one problem? Can we just go back and break apart that data just to kind of figure out what is causing it all? Next, I'm going to collaborate and communicate with teachers, reading specialists, the data coach, and other schools in the districts, and other schools in the district and other districts as well, just to kind of gather feedback of where we are and where we want to be. Next, I'm going to share my findings with the administration, just because I want them to know my concerns with my school and things like that. If they know my findings, then they're going to be on board with implementing a new reading curriculum as well. I want to create and establish a shared vision to make reading a top priority, and then we are going to implement the plan. Strategies for implementation. I'm going to collect information from teachers and parents, whether that be through surveys, social media, conversations face-to-face, things like that. I want to know what they're thinking, what their concerns are, what their ideas are. I want to keep them in the loop. I'm going to seek out research-based reading curriculums. I'm going to go through and visit schools that have successfully implemented these programs to just see what we can do when we are implementing those that new research-based reading curriculum. Once we select a research-based reading curriculum, we're going to form a pilot group, and then we are going to collect, analyze, and evaluate results. Category 3, resolve the issues based on promoting the success of all students. What is best for the students? What is best for the students is a balanced approach to reading. We need a research-based reading curriculum because it is an essential building block in our students' lives. We need to make sure that aligns with state standards. We need to make sure that individualized instruction and explicit instruction are given throughout this reading curriculum. We need to make reading a top priority, and we need to show our students that we care about their success. Category 3 continued. The resolution to the problem is we need to make sure that we are using data to base our decisions. We need to make sure that we are collaborating, communicating, and professional development opportunities need to be provided by the administration or myself to make sure that my teachers feel supported and comfortable implementing this research-based reading curriculum. And more time for reading and writing needs to become available. Category 4, debrief the problem by reflecting on what you are thinking, feeling, and valuing by identifying issues that are unresolved or open to further investigation. First, I'm going to talk about what I was thinking, feeling, and valuing. Throughout this case study, I was thinking the need for change is at an all-time high. We're kind of stuck in our ways right now with the basal readers, and we need to kind of kick those out and move on to something else that actually works. I was also thinking that data is going to be the driving factor in our decisions made. The data that we have collected is obviously showing that there are gaps, and we need to use that data to make sure that we can push for a new reading curriculum. I was feeling compelled to take action because the school district that I am in right now just went through a similar process. The students deserve the best instruction available, so it is up to us to make sure that we give that to them. I was valuing the parents and their concerns. I was valuing our students, the community, and the support that the state is providing by granting us the opportunity to implement a research-based reading curriculum. What issues are unresolved? Well, did we actually receive the grant? I need to know the grant process and the pilot program. The PTO concerns, I know a couple of them, but are there more than just one? Professional development opportunities, I need to know the staff required training for the curriculum that is about to be implemented, and I need to make sure that we all know the outlook on the future, and our parents are demanding answers. So those are just a few of the issues that are unresolved. Category 5, reflect on Standard 8. Provide examples from data in the case explaining how you, as the building level administrator, acted as an agent for continuous improvement by engaging families and the community in meaningful, reciprocal, and mutually beneficial ways. I did this by engaging families in the community. I took their concerns, thoughts, and ideas seriously. I didn't just listen to them and not act upon them. I acted upon their concerns through an action plan that I just previously talked about. I also formed multiple pathways to communicate about the plan with them. I'm going to talk with them face-to-face, through social media, surveys, etc. How did I, as the building level administrator, use the data presented to respond and communicate to the larger community their concerns about the instructional program? I gathered data from parents, teachers, and community through surveys, conversations, social media, things like that. I kept members involved throughout the entire process by forming teams and things like that. I also attended PTO meetings to explain the implementation of the plan formulated. I want to make sure that my parents know that we are doing what we can to meet the needs of all of our students. How did I, as the building level administrator, use your knowledge of the policies, laws, and regulations that govern the school to influence and bring about positive change in teaching and learning that impacts all student groups? I did this by following guidelines, laws, and regulations set by the state. For example, we followed FERPA and made sure that any personal information was disclosed and secure and safe. Assessment and other forms of data were used. and research-based instruction for the grant was figured out and analyzed. How did I, as the building administrator, establish an ongoing dialogue with decision makers outside the school concerning the efforts of teachers and students and how these decision makers can effectively influence and improve instruction and student performance? I did this through parent communication and collaboration with curriculum experts and specialists, and also communication and collaborations with other schools in our own school district and with other school districts as well. Thank you for watching.